Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Ian, from Cartoon Apocalypse. Welcome back to Turner Tuesday, and today we got a very interesting episode for you because we are developing Nico's character. So if you missed the last stream, it was last Sunday. Sorry if you missed it, try to make the next one. It should be again this upcoming Sunday. But overall, I think this was one of the best streams that we did because we combined use of the Discord as well as just the chat. So it was like it went very smooth, I thought. And basically, if you've been keeping up with the past two streams, so the two Luna ones, basically this Nico one was both of those combined into one. So it was just the best stream, basically. And the streams are really only going to get better from here, I think. So yeah, try to make the next one. And I do want to mention, if you haven't heard of the Discord for some reason, I highly recommend that you join it because we're going to be talking about sort of just everything about this show. And as far as what you can expect for next week, we are going to be talking about the plot. So that's going to be really cool. And as well, we're also going to be talking about, like, I'm just going to be showing off some different fan art for the Page Turner logo. So that's also going to occur next week. So yeah, I'm really excited to talk more about this plot, so I hope you are looking forward to it as well. Now this video is going to be formatted a little bit differently. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have like this little introduction thing in the first couple of segments, and then since we are just going through a giant character sheet, I will have time codes for specific times, but I'm not going to be like describing, I'm not going to do a little intermission like this to describe some like backstory because it literally is just me going through the character sheet. And of course, I can't include going through this entire character sheet. I just included some of the highlights. So if you want the resources, if you want this character sheet download, it's in the Discord. So I'd recommend going to the Discord if you want that download, as well as the stream is still available. So if you wanted to go and watch the entire stream, that's also available. So I just included the things that I thought was the most important. And time codes should be down in the comments or the description depending on the time that I get to it. So yeah, let's just go ahead and hop right into this. So this first segment that you're going to be watching is just basically me describing a basic recap of what we talked about Nico previously. So basically just the very base description of what we want Nico's character to be like. And that's literally all this little segment is. We said this is the only information we basically have on Nico so far. Nico is a daredevil that likes to test his limits and run straight into danger with his total self-confidence. As a child, he lost an eye in an accident. Ever since, he wished to experience the same thrill as he did in that moment. So that's basically all we have for Nico. And there's been sort of this like cult going around that's been like hashtag Team Ginger Nico or Team Ginger Nico, something like that. So basically a lot of people want to see him be a ginger, which I'm perfectly okay with. And then, so it's not a cult. It's not a cult. I'm sorry. It's more of just like a hashtag team group. And I actually kind of want to see him be a ginger because there's not like a... So we're wanting to see him. I 100% want to see him without an eye. And we talked about him having an eye mask in the Discord, by the way. So if you wanted to join in this conversation, I highly recommend that you join the Discord. So we talked about him having like a face mask. And then what would happen is he would have different face masks depending on his mood. And I thought that was a perfect idea. So like if he just failed a test or something, he would put on an angry face mask and it would be so funny. So that's sort of, and it's not like one of those things that people are buying out because of the virus. It's like it's like an eye patch sort of thing. But I don't want it to just be an eye patch because that's kind of lame. I want it to be something more elaborate. Now this next segment is going to be just a tiny bit of the fan art section. Again, the full fan art section is in the stream. It only took about 20 minutes in the stream compared to the 3 hours that Luna's took, so it was a lot smoother. And specifically the number 3 art is probably what Nico's going to end up looking similar to. So that's why I included this little segment here, just so that you could sort of have an idea of what Nico was going to look like. So yeah, here's the fan art section. This is the eye patch, so like there's an eye patch here and then or a mask sort of designs here. And I should mention this design right here is like our official designer, so he was just doing his rendition of what he thought. Raw Lunix. So that's this is sort of the art style that we're going for, and so I just want to point that out there. So I haven't been looking. Okay, 3 jacket 4 but ginger. Well, 4 but ginger, so you just like 4 in general. 3 hair, 3 everything. This is my favorite one overall as far as design, and because it has the unique mask, it has the thing. I think I mentioned earlier that I was against hoodies, but in this case, since there's a cape along with it, that's fine. I just don't want there to only be a hoodie and that's what you recognize the character as, because then you would be like, oh, well, you're recognizing this character with a hoodie, you recognize Marco from a hoodie, they're very similar. So 5 hair. I was sort of thinking that Nico should be like a quirky kind of guy. Like if he ends up switching his mask depending on his mood, you would sort of expect him to also be wearing like more, you know, like cosplay type clothes, like going into danger, like he would want a sword and to go into battle and whatnot. So I would think that he would be wearing something like this, so that's why I like this so much. Okay, 3 cape, 4 eye colors. Now, aside from the outro, this is the last little break thing that I'm gonna do, and the reason for that, like I said earlier, is just because this is basically just one long continuous thing, just, you know, separate parts of it. So basically, this next part's just gonna be going through the character sheet. So again, time codes are down in the comments below, so if you're interested in that, go check them out. Big nationalities. Italian, that'd be interesting. Is there like a specific nationality that screams like orange hair? Irish, I'm fine with Irish. American, I mean, that's all pretty... I'm fine with Irish. Okay, I guess we're going with Irish. I actually have some Irish blood, so that's pretty cool. Okay, nice. So maybe he's from Scotland? I don't know. Or was he, like, does he have relatives from Scotland? Irish is too stereotypical, though? Well, I guess we can decide on if he has an accent or not. If he was born in Scotland and raised there, then he would have an accent. If not, then maybe he just has relatives that are Irish, like, for example, myself. Oh, we'll come back to that question later. Distinguishing features, mask. This will be more interesting because we haven't already created the design. It could be a running joke that his parents have a thick Scottish accent. That'd be funny, actually. Like, he just speaks completely normal English, like, that you would hear in America, and then it's just his parents are screaming in an Irish accent. That'd be funny. Xavier has the accent. I'd be fine with that as well. Okay, distinguishing features, missing eye. Scar, do we want him to have a scar? That was interesting. That was something that you guys liked in that one. Does he have a scar that goes across his eye as well? Irish eye color? What's an Irish eye color? Make the eye color Irish? Okay, but like what color? I can't like pick a color. You have to tell me what color. Irish is in color? Huh? Green? What did I put in for eye color? Oh my gosh. Okay. I meant to put this here. That's why I was so confused. Okay, how about green? I like green. Well, how would that look with the orange hair color, though? Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. I meant to put that there. Took you that long to realize, guys? Did that on purpose. Has a deaf relative so he knows sign language. That's a fantastic idea. Oh wait, we'll make this category. I really like that. I like how, like, a relative, what do you guys think? A relative has, or like a relative can't hear, so then he knows sign language. That's a perfect excuse as to why he uses his finger guns and he uses his hands so much. Maybe a grandmother's deaf or another sibling. Hand signs in Scottish. That'd be funny. Xavier's deaf? That could be interesting, actually. What if he always lied about why he lost his eye? Well, if he lost his eye in an epic way, which we were sort of thinking he does, because that makes more sense for his character, then he wouldn't really need to lie about it. If Xavier was deaf, he couldn't speak to Luna. That's not necessarily true, because you can still make a deaf person be able to talk, but it would just mean that Luna would have to talk and then Nico would have to translate. He has a deaf twin sister? Oh, a secret twin? Nah, I don't think so. I think we're staying away from twins. We've had a lot of twins. Or Luna could write, that's also true. Okay, have we done enough, like, Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we have somebody who's deaf in his family, so he knows ASL from somewhere. He's a daredevil on the outside and wants to make it appear that way for others for his reputation. But on the inside, he has a soft spot for disadvantaged people and tries to always help them out secretly. I really like that. There's no like just a basic description part, so I guess, okay, we're gonna put that there. I really like that. It's like if that's the one thing that makes him snap. I mean, I guess there's multiple things that make him snap, but like if he sees people making fun of a disadvantaged person, then he's like, okay, you know what? Let me pull out this sword, you know. I want him to lose his eye from something like super epic, where it's not like oh, I accidentally was playing with a knife and gorged it out or whatever. Like he was skating down a ramp over the Grand Canyon and he fell down, but he caught this, but then he actually hit his eye or something. I don't know. Like him just falling down out of a tree is kind of like a boring kind of reason. Okay, what if he got into an accident by saving like his deaf relative or something because they couldn't hear? Maybe someone caused him to lose his eye. So maybe it's like he tries to be responsible, but every once in a while it's like he just can't control it. Tried to save his family from a robber, and his robber's knife got into his eye? Well, originally we aren't thinking that, I don't know, I wasn't originally thinking that he was a daredevil before he lost his eye. It's more of this thing like, oh, this happened by accident. But it was such a cool thing, it just gave him so much adrenaline and he got that rush where it was just like he had to have that feeling again. So it's like that's why he became a daredevil, because he wants to have that feeling again. If we're making Xavier deaf, then maybe, I mean, you guys, a lot of people are saying like, oh, if Xavier's deaf, then why don't we make Nico save Xavier, which is interesting. You shouldn't be afraid or panicked by danger, therefore not be traumatized. Yeah, he should not be traumatized. I don't really want to make Luna deaf because that would cause a lot of issues. So the Luna or Nico cannot be deaf. Like, even though that would be cool, like if it was like in a book or in a comic or something, I can't see it. It wouldn't work out because like if it's a cartoon, then it just. His damage should cause him to be motivated, not scared. Yeah, right. The loss of his eye was also the cause of Xavier being deaf. Well, how does somebody become deaf? That's the real question. Like we would have to do a lot of research into that. He lost his eye because of an action he decided to do, not an accident. Okay, that's a better idea. Okay, so I like the idea of him wanting. So if he purposefully went out and saved Xavier, for example, that would be a good reason. He lost his eye because he used so many soul pages? No, he lost his eye beforehand. Right, like a heroic moment. Like him saving Xavier would be him like, oh man, I want to go out into action and feel that adrenaline again. Maybe what if Xavier had a negative impact on him, like being put in danger, but Nico was like, oh man, that was so cool. I got to save my brother or whoever Nico or Xavier is. And then Nico was just like, oh my gosh, that was so scary. And then Xavier's like, or did I say Nico? Xavier's more like, that was so scary. I want to be safe and whatnot. Xavier and Nico should be complete opposites, which would be interesting. And that sort of goes back to the, I mean, a lot of these ideas are sort of outdated because in the Discord we've been talking a lot about it, but as far as how the notebook works and sort of all of this stuff, originally we had said maybe Xavier talked in the notebook and then he lost soul pages, but I don't think, we might change that depending on what we decide to do. Hashtag protective Xavier, like maybe Xavier's always against Nico doing these all these crazy things and stuff. Yeah, Xavier's more mature and it's like, Nico, you need to stop doing this bad stuff. Yeah, Xavier's the soft boy. Confident and fast? I'd be fine with a confident and fast. He's kind of like an anti-hero, right? He's like a tough hero, where he's like an edgy hero. I don't know how to put it. Is there like any good examples of other heroes that are like that? Okay, we're gonna do fast and confident. How Bakugo walks? That'd be interesting. Actually, Bakugo is a good example of sort of what Nico is. Because, like, Bakugo wants to be a hero, but he's sort of an edgy hero. So actually, Bakugo's a good example. I'd be fine with like, he goes full on Irish when he's angry. Okay, Irish. Or maybe it's like when he doesn't care. His motto can be, live as if you'll die today. An eye for an eye. I like that. That's a good one. An eye for an eye. I think I like an eye for an eye the best. An eye for an eye. He has many eye puns. How many eye puns are there? Are there can you name off a bunch of eye puns? Like, oh, I can't believe you did that. I don't know. That's like my biggest eye pun. I see what you did there. I don't know any. I see you. Okay. He could just like emphasize every single time he says I think I'm doing just fine. Describe their smile, smirk. He likes to scare the children? That's kind of mean. Yeah, I'm thinking this was a way better stream than Luna's. Luna had 2 different streams, this one only has 1. Scares little kids? Okay, let's move on to this one. Do they wear their emotions on the sleeve? On their sleeve. How easily can others read them? I'm thinking that he can hide his emotions well, but like he shows them when he's angry. Ireland. Nice. Ireland. Can control it. Wears his confidence but hides his weakness. I like that. What? These characters don't sound like Miraculous at all. How did these sound like Miraculous characters whatsoever? Painfully honest. Okay, they have a resting... What kind of resting face? Like, ignoring this word. Scowling. I like that. Like, he always... Even if he's not angry or anything, he just always looks like he's mad at something. Because I can relate to that. Because I feel like I always look like I'm mad at something, even if I'm not. So yeah, like I said, there's obviously a whole lot more to Nico's character than I could fit into this video. So if you are interested in, viewing the whole thing, then the stream's always an option for you. There's a whole playlist on the channel. But that's going to be it for this episode of Turner Tuesday. If you enjoyed, you can leave a like and subscribe for more content similar to this. And I hope to see you in the next stream. Goodbye.